Hey, MJ here, and I want to share with you what I'm working on. I'm working on the course that will be part of the e-library for the Guardian of the Night. And if you're not familiar with my e-library, it is a place where you can go to download the guidebooks. I also have fun little things there, such as the Liminal Forest Lotteria cards. I ask for a one-time donation. That donation helps me keep the site going and my time to create all this content. And for $25, you basically get unlimited access to an expanding library. But anyway, I want to share with you the course because this is really fun and exciting. And if you have the Guardian of the Night deck, you might want to take this course so you can learn a little bit more. Or if you're just new to tarot, which is where I'm going to go with this in just a second. If you're new to tarot, this course will help you better understand your cards and the messaging behind them. And because my decks are all based on the Rider-Waite-Smith format, the meanings, you can take this information and apply it to your other decks as well. So for this deck, this is my Guardian of the Night deck, and I created a mini deck as a hybrid deck. It's a hybrid tarot oracle in that it doesn't have the title bar of the card, it has the keywords. And my thought was having a physical guidebook that goes with this deck as well as something completely separate. But it's a tool to help those who are new to tarot learn the meanings behind the cards without having to bounce back and forth between the guidebook. Of course, the guidebook will have a more in-depth meaning or message to research, but if you're just doing a reading and you just want to use your intuition, the keywords on the front of the card are there to help you tap into that and to do so seamlessly. So anyway, I'm going to share with you the cards as we go along, and I'm going to show you how this course is going to set up. When we think about the Fool, you know, that's what the first lesson for this Guardian of the Night course will begin, of course, with the Fool. And the Fool's journey is pure. It's this unshakable faith. You know, it's that believing that the journey that you're on will end up okay. It will be worth the time. It will be it'll be revealing and an adventure, right? There's nothing bad that's going to happen on this journey. And it's all about the journey. It's not about the destination for the Fool. It's all about that experience that each step brings us. So when we think about the Fool, we start off here, of course, with faith. And that's why I have on these cards the keywords. You know, and faith is, I think, the core. You know, it's at the core essence of the Fool. It's unshakable. And you see here, this wolf is jumping onto the ice, chasing the rabbit. Well, that Fool has faith that ice is not going to give out, that it will be safe, that it will be able to catch its prey without meeting its demise. And that is, I think, when we embrace the Fool energy, that's what I think, at least for me, that is what I want to hold on to, that unshakable faith, the knowing that everything will be okay, despite the risks, despite it being a little dangerous. Now, of course, we also have spontaneity. So this wolf didn't really think too much about jumping onto that ice. You know, it wasn't calculating the risks. It was like, oh, there goes the rabbit, so must I, you know, and it was a very spontaneous act. And that, again, is part of the Fool. And for better or for worse, you know, it can lead you down a new path. It can lead you into a new experience. And again, that harkens back to the faith that being spontaneous will work out in your favor. The Fool also carries an innocence. And it sees this world as a place of wonder. So maybe the Fool isn't chasing the rabbit, or the wolf isn't chasing the rabbit to eat it, but rather to play in a childlike way, you know? And for that, this wolf is seeing the world as open to it, as, you know, as explorable. And if the rabbit can do it, so can I. There's just something wonderful about this Fool energy. And when we dive into it, and we think about how it applies in our own life, you know, can you recall a time? You think about it, like, when did you take that leap of faith? What happened? What was the result? What new path did it lead you down? When was the last time you were actually spontaneous, that you shook things up? Maybe you decided at the last minute to go on a road trip. You know, maybe you decided to go someplace different for lunch, someplace completely out of the blue, something that, like a place that no one would even expect you to pick, When was the last time that happened? And then ask yourself, where does your curiosity take you? Where does that inner child lead you? So when you think about that Fool energy, think about how it applies to you and your life. And then when you're doing a reading, and you think about all of these answers to the questions I just asked, when you think about those answers, when you're doing a reading, that will come up. That will bubble up to the surface. Your intuition will call it forward, and it will provide you with the information you need at that time when you're doing the reading. So that's just a basic look at what we're going to explore in this course. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about this hybrid deck. This is not for sale yet. This is something I made to help with the course, and I'll have the card in the e-library with the keywords right there on it. So when you're looking at your deck, you can match that image with the keywords. So anyway, much love, peace, and I will talk with you soon. Bye.